don't worry about it. Hey, oh my God, we're back again. When I get that feeling, I just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. I got the banana shorts on. Can you see these? I'm gonna let my puppies breathe a little bit. I hope I don't flash you. Yo, I really hope I don't flash you this episode. But today might be the day. I'm just sorry. I got the cape on. I got the drip on. A little bit of wine because we're feeling good. Ba-ba. That wine has definitely gone bad. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. I'm gonna come back. I gotta pour myself a new fucking glass of wine. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be back. I'm an alcoholic. Baby, I'm hot just like an oven. I need some loving. And baby, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger. When I get that feeling, I drink on a Wednesday. It's good for you. Makes me feel so fine. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, hello, welcome to a beautiful Wednesday summer afternoon. I mean, that's just that. I mean, I technically don't have to, because we're all just here living in the same time, same generation and all that. Trying something new today. I'm trying to almost like sexually harass you on screen with my banana shorts. I gotta flash the phone, but I gotta show the camera as well on top. That we're in full Kevin Spacey mode. So shit can go down for sure. Like there's no doubt about it. But it's very exciting to be here with you today, man. It's the 12th of June, 2024. I've had one sip of wine. I'm already drunk. Got it right there. It's episode number 8 of Don't Worry About It, which is wonderful. I always like the number 8 because of my superstitious beliefs and whatnot. But man, look, the summer is in full effect. Okay, that's why we're out here treating life how it is. Because how else are you supposed to treat summer? Don't worry about it, okay? Yeah, you gotta hustle, you gotta do this and that and be responsible, whatever. But at the same time, don't worry about it. You put the work in. Yeah, have a little bit of wine. Why don't you? Have a little bit of wine? Anyways, I'm scrolling through a little bit of just a couple of jots. Because I mean, listen guys, I'm catching the meanest tan of all tans. I know the lighting is pretty light here, but look at that color compared to that. Like you see how dark it is. Like it's insane. And like at this point, I'm like dark skin level. It's just facts. I'm almost there. I'm borderline. I'm borderline light skin. And speaking of, and you know why? It's like I almost chased that status of being light skinned. Because think about what just happened last night. Freaking Kai Cenat, Druski, and Kevin Hart did like a sleepover live stream. That was the official name of it, at least. And it's just like pure entertainment that's like unhinged and just like improv pretty much. Like, isn't that absolutely fucking insane? And it was the most hilarious thing ever, considering also that it was like consistently hilarious. It was consistently just pure fucking golden entertainment. And so you ask me why I want to be freaking, why I want to chase the freaking, as close as I can be to light skin. Well, freaking, I wish I could hang out with those guys. That seemed fun as hell. That seemed like a great motherfucking time, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm missing out on shit. I want to go have fun with those guys. It felt. It looks so fun when people have like friends. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going off topic a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's also another reason why I'd want to be light skinned. It's just because then I can, I could pretty much rap every song word for word out loud if I wanted to. So that was always a dream of mine. But it's what are you gonna do? I know that might have crossed the line a little bit there, but you don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, guys, because I've figured out now that sip of wine. Sorry. I think this wine has gone bad too. I thought wine doesn't go bad. Like, am I just that retarded? I thought it was just like why is there like the 1,000-year-old fucking ancient wines that are auctioned off for millions? It'll do though, just to have a couple sips on. Yeah, no, I feel like as much as I love the summer, with there was just the European Parliament, whatever, freaking voting. I don't even know what the fuck it was, to be honest with you. I couldn't give less of a shit. Some shit to do with like, what was the EU again? Anyways, that just went down, and of course there's these other things like that everyone's taking sides on, and it really just boils down to like you're influenced by an ideology, and then you just stick with it. And I think it's just a bit of a shame, man, because it makes people stubborn. You know what I'm saying? People are way too stubborn nowadays. They get influenced by one's ideology, and they just stick to it, and then they would never even consider any other ideologies, let alone like the opposite one. Like there's always like an opposite ideology. That's one of my favorite things about ideologies. But anyways, but listen, since a young age, I have to tell you, like from my own personal experience, I've been through so many like ideologies that are from complete different ends of the spectrum, where it's like it's from then on, like because of that, I can never consider like anything as possible. You try to hit me with any ideology nowadays, I'll be like, hey, sure, that sounds cool, but I don't know. Like there's always some other ideology there, the opposite one or some different ones that's gonna get you, And let me give you an example for it, anyways. And this first one, this is one of the first ones that fucked me up for a while, dude. So in 07, no, sorry, 08, like 08 summer, me and my family decides we're gonna move out from Beijing, and we're gonna move back to my dad's hometown, where he grew up. And my dad, being the genius he was, he knew that the Olympic Committee was fucking rigged as fuck. They're corrupt, and they're coming into Beijing, and they're gonna fuck shit up. He took us out of there. That guy's a fucking that was one of the big brain moves that my dad did back in the day. I mean, like, that's like real typical. But anyways, yeah, and then so I moved back, and I've been brought up in China. So far, most of the vacations I have are to see my Chinese side of the family instead of the Finnish side. So I've grown up, at least those like first few years, like up till 7 years old, it's like I've brought up in Chinese, like very strong Chinese influence. Like my grandma helped my mom raise me and like all that, right? So because of this, then I learned like pretty much Chinese values and the cultural things that was with China, but not too much with the Western world. So when I came back to Finland, like one of the first full years that I'd spend like in school here in Finland, I met this my old time friend. His name is Veti, and he lovely dude. And of course, it was the classic kind of like suburb shit where it's like, we fucking, lived on the same street type of deal. So we kind of like ended up just walking to school and back together type of deal. And then all of a sudden, we were tight friends. Kids. We're kids type friends. All right. So, and he was one of my first like real tight friends, to be honest with you. And I remember it was his idea to pitch a concept that was new to me in the first place, a fucking sleepover. He was like pitching me, dude, like we hang out, like let's do a special hangout where you like fucking spend the night and we could stay up a little bit later and we could fucking, and then wake up and then keep on balling out and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that. I want to fucking pull an all-nighter playing Mario Kart. Let's fucking do it. But anyways, it sounded awesome. So I hopped on this sleepover, right? And I hop on this goddamn sleepover, and it's amazing, right? Like, oh my god, like we can have candy with the movie, and then we can hit a little sauna. Like hit a little sauna with a little fucking soda, you know what I'm saying? Like cold soda with the sauna. Are you yeah? And all this just wonderful, just the best stuff. And then we go to sleep, whatever. We play Mario Kart all night. I can barely remember now. We wake up, and then for example, like there's shit like eating fucking cereal in the morning. That was like a new concept to me. Like you like cereal like with milk. Like, because before I had eggs all the fucking time, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe oatmeal, but just cereal. That was a little bit more Western of a thing. So then I had cereal, and cereal was so fucking good, especially in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Before we head to school or whatever the fuck we did. Maybe it was a weekend. But then his dad came, like, on the dinner table, whatever, dining table, to eat breakfast with us. And I'm there, like, munching away. Like just going crazy, like because it's the best fucking cereal in the world. And because in Chinese culture, the ideology behind like the dining culture or whatever is, if the food is good, you show your gratitude by like making sounds. You gotta make like that's really good, and you gotta talk and then blah blah blah. But when I was doing that with the cereal, and then his dad, like I'm just a tiny little Asian kid, and this this construction man that's been working working construction for like goddamn 30 years or something. He comes up to me in the morning, after, and then I'm just there going on some cereal, making disgusting noises, and he goes like, "Hey, could you fucking stop that? Like that's some like really disrespectful shit." And I was just like, "Wait, what? Wait, what do you? What? What'd you say fuck me for? What'd you say fuck me for?" Okay, like I got so confused because the whole ideology is, and it's not even like it's not even that I'm that retarded going like, oh yeah, like I gotta make noise because it's so good. It's just like I'm naturally, because that's just how I was raised. It's like a behavioral thing. And as soon as my friend Veti's dad said it, and he said it like, like just bluntly to me, like a Finnish man would, like, hey, like don't fucking do that. That's like kind of nasty and gross. And I was just like, I started thinking about it in my head. I was like, yeah, that is kind of nasty and fucking gross. I'm like opening my mouth with the chewing. Like you can see me chew that is kind of disgusting. And it's like, why don't, and I tried like, like just, chewing my mouth closed. And I was like, yeah, this is like pretty much the same thing. Like, and I can work, I could work on breathing through my nose or some shit. So much so that that was like breakfast. I get back home later that day after the sleepover, and then mom's made dinner. And I remember at that time, my grandma was staying with us, right? And she was, one of my biggest, Chinese culture influences. And I just started eating my dinner with my mouth closed, and then my grandma was like, "Yo, we're like, yo, you're doing something different. What are you doing? What are you doing that's different right now? Something's." And then my mom was like, "Yeah, what? wait, Alexi, what the fuck? What are you doing right now? You're doing something different." And that's what I'm saying, guys. Ideologies can be fucking changed. You gotta be open, like, because anything really makes sense if you just think a little bit that way and that way. Yeah, it's you can understand why on the Chinese cultural side it's like, yeah, you gotta show like respect by that's really good, but also like I understand that was really good. That makes a lot of sense as well. Both make a lot of sense, one's just oh. But anyways, yeah, guys, don't stick to one ideology. It's kind of it's not cool, guys. It's not cool. Not cool at all. But that's just how it is, man. But okay, we got to jot down some keywords while we're at it, We're going off strong right here. So for sure, like bro, like I want to rap like Drewski. I want to rap like Drewski. I want to rap like Drewski. Oh yeah, I think so. I definitely want to rap like Drewski. Don't even get me started, because man, Kevin Hart, at the end of the day, it's like of course I want to be like Kevin Hart. Of course you want to be like Kevin Hart. What's done in the dark will always find a way to shine. I done did so much that when you see, you might go blind. Well, guess what? I'm blind already. I can't see shit. I can't see shit. You always got to look back. You got to think about okay, even if you stuck with that one ideology, think back a little to what might have been the seeds to you gravitating towards this ideology, because it's an important topic. It's an important thing to question, to doubt a little bit. It is very. I'm fucking drinking like I'm a fucking drunk poet right now. So yeah, man. I was thinking about, like, I really like this history lesson kind of path that I took from last time. It shows that it shows at the end of the day, in the essence, is you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because there's been, like, if you think your life is crazy and it's like getting out of hand. If you think your life is crazy and it's getting out of hand, think about it. I want to fucking rap like Drewski, first of all. First of all, I want to rap like Drewski. Second of all, there's people out there like Ben Affleck, and Jennifer Lopez, where they've had such a crazy life, themselves and almost together, that it's absolutely insane. So Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are heading towards divorce. Oh no. No, not BENNIFER. Not BENNIFER. Oh my god. But anyway, let's do a little history lesson. All right. So let's do this. All of us together. Let's go through this ride. 2002. 2002, a year I was 1 year old. The first time Ben and Jenny, Ben and Jen, Ben and Jerry's, Ben and Jen, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. The first time they met, it was on the movie set of a movie called Giggly, which I actually found is a type of cool pasta. Anyways, that was the first time they spent time together. Okay. They've already been in the limelight. This was already, Affleck already won the Oscars from Good Will Hunting. J.Lo has already like made a name for herself. They're already big names. All right. At this time when they met though in 2002, J.Lo was still with her now second ex-husband, this guy called Chris Judd, a dancer who worked for her. So yeah, no shit. No shit. Ben Affleck, Oscar-winning fucking Ben Affleck, all young and fucking rich off of fucking Good Will Hunting. Yeah. No shit, Ben Affleck is pretty much treating J.Lo like she's single on the fucking movie set, right? So J.Lo was with that dancer when they first met, but let's scroll a little bit. So then this was like 2002, started 2002. J.Lo gets divorced with backup dancer, the fucking backup dancer in June 2002, which is ridiculous. Okay, so bam, boom, boom. She set her eyes on Ben on set. Bam, bam, bam. Let me get divorced. Then 4 months later, in November 2002. So J.Lo divorced June 2002. 4 months later, November 2002, my boy Ben drops down to one knee and pops the question. So think about it. So bam, 4 months. Just 4 months, bam, they're engaged. So during the whole winter, like imagine this winter and the spring season of 02 to 03, and then all of a sudden it's the summer. The relationship is fresh and hot. They just came back from the tropical islands back to LA to spend summer. Giggly, the movie that they were working together on, is in post-production and waiting to get released. And just as 2003 summer ends, the movie drops. Okay, the movie drops, right? The first movie. Okay, what do we expect from this movie with J.Lo and Ben Affleck, with BENNIFER? Okay, what do we expect? 2.6 on IMDb, and that's just IMDb. I didn't even want to search the Rotten Tomatoes. And they had a fucking, okay, listen to this. They had a $75 million budget, and the hot box office, or the not even hot, the box office was 7.2 million. $75 million investment, $7.2 million in the box office. Every UK cinema dropped the film after 1 week, and here are some memorable quotes from the movie that I dug out. J.Lo's character: "It's turkey time." Ben's character: "Huh?" J.Lo's character: "Gobble, gobble." What the fuck? The next month, Ben and J.Lo were supposed to get married. So like August, the movie comes out. The next month, September, they're supposed to get married. And they're supposed to say "I do" to each other. But they called it off 3 days before the fucking wedding was set to happen. And I honestly think Ben was just afraid that when J.Lo gets asked, "Do you take this man to be your wedded husband?" she's gonna answer, "Gobble, gobble." Gobble, gobble. Dude, because these fucking actors and actresses, they get paid based off how well the fucking movie does. So think about the fact that they got 7.2 mil. They thought they were gonna be rich off their ass. They're gonna be together, fucking living life, and everything's gonna be fine. But all of a sudden, it's fucking gobble gobble, and the fucking engagement goes down the fucking drain. And in January 2004, they officially broke up. So August, movie drops. September, wedding was supposed to happen. 3 days before it happens, it gets canceled. Gobble gobble. October, November, December, January 2004. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. It's done. J.Lo, Ben, it's done. So after their first, let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. So after their first stint together, their first go, Ben Affleck gets married to Jennifer Garner. Okay, he goes from one Jennifer to another Jennifer. He goes to a Latino Jennifer to a white Jennifer. I mean, this guy's just fucking next level. But anyways, they have 3 kids together. They get married. They have 3 kids together until a divorce in 2018. So they actually gave it a solid go. And Jennifer Garner, it's all reported that they're in good condition. They have a good friendship or whatever. Then he goes on, after 2018, Ben Affleck goes on a solid run that consists of Lindsay Shook Us, which, I mean, when I heard this news, it definitely shook us. Lindsay Shook Us was the producer of SNL at the time. I don't know if she is still. Then he goes from like a fucking experienced, person in the industry to fucking Shauna Sexton, who was a 23-year-old at the time. Oh, just a savage, like 23-year-old. Okay, just okay, just put that in perspective. And then before finally, so after the 23-year-old, he goes, fuck that. And before falling back into J.Lo's arms, Ben B. Affleck was with Ana de Armas. Yeah, Ana the Armas. Yeah. Are you freaking kidding me? And yes, she is probably the baddest chick Ben ever pulled, but she was in her 30s. They were in different points of their lives, Like, look at this. I just don't know. Really, you have already kids and I want more kids. I don't know if we can do it anymore, Ben. And that's just how it was. And Ben, even though how much it goddamn hurt, fucking hell, it was fucking hurt for fucking Ana de Armas to fucking just call that one off. But that was the magic, though. That was the magic, because what did Ana de Armas remind Ben of? Well, it was that Latino spice. It's that Latino freaking spice that is so different and next level. It's always gonna grab a hold of you. It's always gonna grab a hold of you. So he goes back to a Jennifer. He goes back to Jennifer, but instead of Jennifer Garner, the woman in which he has 3 kids with, he goes back to Jennifer, J.Lo. And let's just, before we move on to how we got till now, let's look at the other side. Let's look at the other perspective here. We're fully breaking the absurdity of this, the pure absurdity of this. Okay, so let's just, all right, like casually, like no big deal. This is like still 2 people living life and shit, So after so J.Lo's path looked like this after being with my boy Ben, right? After Ben, there was a marriage as well. So that's actually one thing we can start comparing, where Ben and J.Lo, they both do kind of the same thing. They get married. J.Lo gets married with singer and songwriter Mark Anthony, and the couple at the time had twins, which is similar to what Ben did. Similar, just a little bit, just slightly, but got married after and had kids, right? The two singers, they split up in 2011, so didn't carry out as far as Ben and the other Jennifer, but Jennifer definitely gave it a proper shot with Mark as well. 2011, this ends, and J.Lo went back to back up. She went back to a backup dancer, which was as we recall, she was already with kind of a dancer guy before starting the first time with Ben. But this guy was called Casper Smart. And after that one ended, she definitely had to step it up a notch. And ended up with 69 God Drake. 69 God Drake. Then, of course, that probably had a unique experience of its own. And before falling back into Ben Affleck's arms, there was one guy, and you see how you just stepping up a notch too. You do one that's a little crazy, a little bit like out of your like comfort zone. So J.Lo was with like a backup dancer type of deal, just a dancer, and then Ben Affleck was with a 23-year-old, and then what do? We go into bang. J.Lo ends up with a fucking baseball legend, Aaron Rodriguez. And I mean, to be fair with you, this is one of the better, like A-Rod and J.Lo. A-Rod and J.Lo. And no, Alex Rodriguez. Is it Alex Rod? Wait. Am I tripping? A-Rod. I might be tripping. No, it is Alex Rodriguez. Did I say Aaron Rodriguez? I'm sorry. And they almost tied the knot. So they got engaged March 2019. And to be fair, guys, they got engaged 2019. The coronavirus probably fucking killed their chances of a fucking marriage, honestly. Maybe they could have made it all the way to a wedding and a few years past the wedding, but you throw corona year during your engagement, that's not going to help. That's definitely not going to help at all. And so corona kills off that marriage because they were delaying it all throughout 2020. And in April 2021, A-Rod and J.Lo break it off. And in May 2021, the month after, J.Lo was back with B. Affleck after 17 years apart. Oh my goodness gracious. So you're telling me the last time they got together was pretty much like fresh off of J.Lo with someone. And then after 17 years, they do the same thing. They do the fucking same thing with less lag time. Last time, at least reportedly, the lag time was 4 months. Allegedly. Now you're telling me it's a month? So April 2021, A-Rod and J.Lo break it off. May 2021, J.Lo was back with B. Affleck. Ben Affleck. After 17 years. Oh my God. And in April 2022, So 11 months later. 11 months later, what did you do? Oh my God. What did you do? Oh my God. This wine has hit me too much. If I'm ever going to have a love story like this, oh my God. So 11 months. In April 2022, I mean, Ben doesn't even probably get down on one knee anymore. Probably just pops the question while he's on the shitter. All right, honey, should we just get married? July 2022, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are married, and BENNIFER is back on for the second time in history. So what happened? Why are you here? Why am I here giving you a full-blown lecture? Okay, because that's all this is all what today's be Affle over J.Lo. That's just, unfortunately, that's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ben has been through a lot. But the constant is, it's like every time, I think for Ben too, it's like every time he gets back with J.Lo, he just ultimately understands that, wait, isn't it kind of messed up, like the fact that she was just with that guy and that like she instantly came to me right after. That guy first a fucking backup dancer, then a goddamn fucking baseball legend, and I gotta take it with open arms. I gotta go home to a 50-year-old Puerto Rican lady. I'm telling you, I talked about this earlier, but Ben Affleck, like he was attending his ex-wife's father's funeral, right? So his children's grandpa's funeral, right? Which was live streamed for some reason onto the internet. And his daughter, Serafina, decided to transition into a son, Finn, again during a funeral, and again he has to go back to a 50-year-old Puerto Rican lady who's also very successful and good looking and who thinks she's the shit, and she is the shit. But do you think Ben could take that? Ben can't take it. Ben can't take it no more. So, no shit, my boy Ben is crashing out a little bit, okay? The video of him closing the car door for J.Lo is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, ever, coming out of Hollywood. That's the best footage I've ever seen come out of Hollywood. Him just go, open the door, waits for her to get in, while holding an iced coffee. Get in the car. It's fucking hilarious. This guy. I mean, at the end of the day, man, Ben really is. I feel like he just wants to live out that Good Will Hunting character. He don't give a fuck, man. He's just gonna do that one thing, keep on hustling, and then he just doesn't want that whining. At least he just lives one life, and that's just the way he lives, and that's that. Stick with your ideologies, ladies and gentlemen. Chew with your mouth closed. Be Affle over J.Lo, and I want to rap like Druski. I really do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited for the summer. It's going to be a very beautiful time. I'm going to be enjoying myself, and I hope you do as well, because you got to do something, and you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You just go ahead and do it. And don't worry about it. That's the only way you got to go about life, okay? It's been a pleasure. I'll see you once again. And thank you for letting me give you a full-on history lesson today. And I will see you on another episode of Let Me Rap Like Druski. I'll see you. I'll see you.